Have you ever wondered what makes the intro to Vienna by Billy Joel so emotional? Well, it's because Billy Joel uses a few secret chords that we're going to discover. This kind of music theory breakdown is what I do here, so hit subscribe if you want more. Now, the first secret chord that Billy Joel uses is called an augmented chord. We're currently in the key of B flat major, which uses those wacky notes. And as you probably know, if you harmonize a scale by basically starting on one note, miss one, play a note, miss one, play another one, you then get all these really cool chords. And the one chord is B flat major, normally. But in this case, Billy Joel turns this B flat major chord into a B flat augmented chord. And how you make this lovely chord is essentially, instead of having this perfect fifth interval, you then raise this by a semitone or a half step for other people, and you get this really cool noise. And this chord is essentially adding tension and harmonic color. And this next chord continues this tension because we're using a dominant 7 flat 5 chord. This is crazy. Now that does sound very, very complicated, but really what's happening is that we're just moving one note down. Now, if you're wondering how to really construct this crazy chord, we can essentially start off with a normal chord, add a minor 7th interval to it, so then we get the dominant. But then, you know, this little 5th guy that we had earlier, instead of raising it, we're going to flatten it. So it goes from there to there by a semitone or half step. And that's the noise that you get. We're doing it down here, so it sounds like this. And we're also missing that note there, but don't worry about it. Now, the first two chords that we've looked at are coincidentally the first two chords in the song. And then after we have these two boring chords, which are seen in the key of B flat major, we then get the next secret chord, which is E flat minor, which is also known as a minor 4 chord. And this adds a feeling of sort of melancholy and sadness. And this is seen a lot in other songs. I think Creep uses it. These songs that I'm going to list because I can't think of the songs off the top of my head. Now, the reason why I think this chord progression works so well, despite using all these crazy chords, is to do with the voice leading being used. Now, voice leading is essentially smooth movement between chords. Instead of, say, going from here to all the way up there, it's smooth. I don't know what that was. But if we look at, say, the movement from the top note here, it sort of stays there, still stays there, and then it rises to the G and then goes back to the G flat or F sharp depending on where you're from. And then from there it just falls down. So it's just like a chromatic movement, really. And there's also more chromatic movements in the chord progression. We could look at the middle note here, D. That goes from D, then E flat or D sharp, and then sort of just stays there again, stays there, and it also stays there again. It's just very, very minimal movement, and that's what creates this sort of cohesiveness despite using all these wacky chords. And we'll use these chords later on when we go to write a song, but first we must go to the whiteboard. Let's do this thing. So the first chord we have is B flat augmented, like we've discussed, and that's in the key of B flat, so that's a normal black color. But then we get this monstrosity of a chord, but we know that it's not as bad as it looks because on the piano you just kind of move one finger, so don't be scared by it. And then the next two chords are quite normal actually, which is a nice change, because we have A flat diminished, which is our diminished 7 chord, which is in the key of B flat major. We have E flat, which is a chord that's also in the key of B flat major, and it's the major 4 chord. I sure do hope that nothing bad happens to this major 4 chord. Oh no, would you look at that? It's now E flat minor chord, the minor 4 chord. Who could have seen that coming? I mean, technically that is over G, which would make it a first inversion chord. That just basically means you're playing the lowest note over that specific note. And then the last two chords, it's a classic 5-1 F7 to B flat. You can see that everywhere, so that's not too bad to to get your head round. So now that's all done, let's go to piano mat so we can use these chords in a real world setting. So let's write a song in the key of A major, which uses this scale. And of course, we looked at earlier, you harmonize it, you get these cool chords. And the chords that we'll be using are A major, C sharp major, which isn't in the key because we're turning the C sharp minor chord that we normally see into major by just raising it up a semitone. And then we'll go to D, and then we'll use the secret chord that we looked at earlier and turn this into minor. So this would be the minor 4 chord. And then we can go back to A, E, and then we can use another secret chord, the augmented chord, by taking the 5th here, or if I play up here, if we take the 5th here and raise it by a semitone or a half step, that's your augmented chord, but we can play that chord in different inversions. So I can play that here, here. It's boring, but you know. So that could sound like this. Now I challenge you, viewer at home, to write a song using the points that we've looked at today, which are using the augmented chords to add harmonic tension, the minor 4 chord, and also that dominant flat 5 chord to also add some juice in there. If you like this kind of breakdown and want to support this channel, I post bonus behind the scenes videos, there's custom emotes and tier badges, and if you liked this video, then leave a comment below if you want to see a part 2, as we've only looked at the intro here and there's so much more cool stuff going on in the song later on.